Hey everybody, Dawn here, coming at you with another episode from the collective Collab. Um, I am going to go ahead and list all the gals' names and their respective YouTube channels, and we've also gained 2 new gals, and I'm going to go ahead and include them as well. So to start off, we have Leah, and that's My Day-to-Day Life. Brooke, TheHoldsworths. Catherine is OrangeYouGlad. Lori is She of Three Angels. Lisa is a new gal and she does LisaHauls. Jo-thefun-happy-planner. Carrie, oh my. Karen is FemmiGirlz. And Michelle, our other new gal. Her channel is ThisMomsLife. And I will do my best to get the links down below. As I am recording on my phone, I've been having issues transferring from my phone to my computer and editing, so I will do my best. Please check out these other gals and, subscribe. They have some great channels, great things going on. I am really enjoying being subscribed to all of their channels and watching their videos and everything. So today's subject is traditions, holiday traditions, family traditions, and things like that. So I'm going to start off by talking about probably traditions from when I was a kid. Um, holidays we drove to Traer, which is about a 45-minute drive from where I live, and we spent that with my grandparents. And I have, as I've said previously, I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and we all came together at that time. And then I also have an aunt and an uncle. And we all did the holidays together, at Grandma and Grandpa's. And, as they got older and times changed, it transferred over to my mom and dad's. And we have done, Thanksgiving dinner at my mom and dad's and Christmas up until a few years ago. We started doing Christmas Eve for my side of the family, with my family. And usually we do like snacky foods. We do all the sweets, of course, nachos and little smokies and, all the fun stuff. And we just spend time together as family and trade our gifts and things then. And that always worked out because we did ours on Christmas Eve, and then those of my siblings that are married could go do with their spouses on Christmas Day. Well, mind you, I'm not married, and so that doesn't make any big difference to me. Um, my roommate, Edward, he's also my best friend. We consider ourselves a little family. He's got a 12-year-old, and then I've got my little one here. And so we consider ourselves family. And I'm looking to start some new traditions, especially now that I'm a mom. There are things that I want to, instill in Glory, my baby, that I feel are important. And so this year for Christmas, the plan is Christmas Eve. And we're thinking we might be doing it at my sister's house. She's got a lot more space. And then Christmas Day, this will be a first. I am actually going to make dinner for the 4 of us, and we're going to do gifts and things in the morning. And I'd like to instill it and start it as a tradition. We're hoping to move next year, somewhere around spring, and so I really look forward to having more space and being able to host more holidays. As far as tradition goes, I don't know that I have any that have really stuck from my childhood. Family is always the tradition that stands, and always will in my mind. Um, I have always seen Christmas as it's for the kids, so it's not about gifts that you can give to everybody. It's about making a celebration. Um, and I've always just thought Christmas was for the kids. So, we have gotten to where we don't exchange gifts amongst all of us. Usually we do the children, or the children trade names, and we do it that way. Usually each year I try to make something. The last couple of years I have made an ornament for family. I'm not sure what it's going to be this year. I have still not got anything planned. Um, so yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there. Having a child really kind of sets you back a little bit. Before, I could just sit down and pull out the crafts and do whatever. And, I have Peanut here, and I can't just, put her down and leave her and go do stuff. And that's a big adjustment. But I have traditions that I want to start and I want to instill. When I was a child, my sister and I would often stay at my grandparents', and there is a kind of small town here in Iowa that they go all out. There's a house that just goes all out with amazing Christmas lights and displays, and it's like a drive-through. You would drive and you just look. My grandparents took us every year to drive through and see the lights, and I haven't been to see the lights since I was probably a little girl, and I want to start that this year with Glory and with Connor, Edward's son. I want to make that a tradition. This year is the first year I will be doing December daily. I know it's the second. I have not really started. I do have my picture for the first day. I have my binder, and I have my pages, my page sleeves. That's about it. I've been going through getting out Christmas paper so I can cut some down. I don't have a lot of embellishments and things, so I'm kind of trying to go through my stash and see what I do have. Um, as it's more wanting to make traditions. When we were younger, also my grandparents did this thing where they made these. Sorry if my hands shaking a little bit. Sorry. Anyway, my grandparents would have these paper bag gifts for all of us, kids and the adults, all the same. They would make homemade caramel corn, and so in this bag you would have your bag of caramel corn in it. You would have an apple, an orange, a package of gum, Christmas candy. Usually there was a package of chiclets. That was like my grandma's gum. And what else? And then the peanuts in the shell. So like the bottom of your bag would be filled with peanuts in the shell, and then you'd have all these other things. And my grandparents made this every year for all of us. So mind you, it was 7 grandchildren for them. My mom, my dad, my aunt, my uncle, and then eventually, it was nieces and nephews too, and they did it for a long time. Now my grandmother and my grandfather have both passed, so they're no longer here. I'd like to restart that tradition and learn how to make caramel corn and to do the bags again, because it was always something fun. We always looked forward to it, and everybody loved the caramel corn and the peanuts and just the whole thing. So I kind of would like to start that again. I don't know. Maybe I will. I've thrown some ideas around. This year I want to do more Christmas baking. I don't I don't cook, I don't bake. But now that I have a baby, things are different. I feel different. I want to cook, and I want to bake, and I want to do all the fun stuff. And I have every intention of teaching her about Santa Claus and about Jesus and believing in the magic of Christmas, and it just means a lot to me. It's very important. So I look forward to this year. Hopefully I can get my button gear and get stuff where it needs to be so that, I'm not leaving everything to last minute. We do have our tree up. It's really pathetic looking. I'll have to put a picture, and maybe I'll do a Christmas snapshot, like slideshow or something later. But yeah, it's pathetic. It's a 6.5-foot tree, but because our living space is so small, there's not room to put it anywhere. And especially with a baby now, we have the changing table over here, and she's got a swing, and she's got a bouncer chair, and all that. So I put the tree on top of the dining room table, which would be fine, except for the tree is 6.5 feet tall, and it doesn't fit by about 1.5 feet. So I took out the middle section. It doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't look good. It's not decorated yet. Connor will be coming home after school here this weekend. Connor's mom and Ed, they switch back and forth, so this is our Friday with him, and we'll have him through to next Wednesday. So I'm hoping he really wants to help decorate the tree, and I'm looking forward to getting stockings up. Stockings are my all-time favorite thing to do. I love stocking stuffers. It's just my thing. I love it. I love buying all the little stuff. I like candy. I like stuffing them. Dollar Tree is my favorite place to stocking stuffer. Shop. It's great. I know with the baby only being 4 months, it's not so much, she's not going to know a lot about what's going on. She's not really going to understand, and that's fine. It's still her first Christmas, and I look forward to next year even more. So as far as traditions that I kind of want to start, I guess, I want to be able to host at least one of the holidays at my home, beginning next year. So Thanksgiving or Christmas at my home. Maybe my sister and I can switch back and forth. I want to share in decorating the tree. In years past, a lot of times I've been the one to put the tree up. I've been the one to decorate it. I've also been the one to take it down. Edward works, sometimes 5-6 days a week. Sometimes he works all day. So it leaves me with a lot sometimes. But I want to plan it out. I want it to be more organized. And I know sometimes you just can't plan life. It just happens. So, we'll see what happens. So it's more making traditions. We have things that we did in the past that I enjoyed and we loved. When I was really little, somebody, my mom still to this day won't tell us who, dressed up as Santa and came to our house. And we got to sit on his lap Christmas morning and talk to him. She still won't tell us who it was. So I don't know. I guess one tradition that has always stuck and that I still carry on is the gifts that Santa brings go under the tree, but they are not wrapped. So gifts from Santa don't show up under the tree, obviously, until, Christmas Eve, Christmas morning, and then they're not wrapped. So that's how we always knew which gifts were from Santa. They weren't wrapped, and they probably had tags on them, to tell who they were for. And I want to carry that on. That's important to me. A lot of stocking stuffing was not done until Christmas Eve night, early Christmas morning. So, again, that's something I want to carry on. Edward is kind of lax as far as family traditions go. I don't know about a lot of theirs. So, as we talk and things, he'll tell me stuff he remembers, and I tell him things I remember and my ideas, and, he's for it. And his son is like mine. I've lived with Edward for 7 years. So I have been in Connor's life since he was 4. So, they are my family. This is my family. May not be traditional, may not be conventional, it may not be what most people think of as family, but we've been in each other's lives for 7 years. I've lived here. We've been in this thing called life together, and I look forward to Christmas, and I'm looking much more forward to Christmas now with a baby of my own. And I'm looking forward to creating, my own traditions for us now as a family. I know Connor's 12, so it's kind of late for him, but he's still so much into the holiday spirit and wanting to share it with Glory. He just wants to be here for every minute with her, and it's just awesome. So, I know, the subject of the video was traditions, and I talked about traditions, but this is that's where we're sitting for my situation right now anyway. So if you have any specific Christmas traditions, please, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your traditions are. And please check out the other gals' videos. They're going to talk about their traditions and their family traditions and stuff like that. So please check everybody out. Subscribe, like, comment. And thanks everybody for watching, and have a great day. Bye now.